Okay, we're recording. Okay, perfect. Okay, so this is our team call on October, I almost said February, October 15th. Okay, so February. We are going to, I'm just going to go over some stuff and then we will leave it open if you guys have any questions or comments or concerns as usual. But I just wanted to give you guys kind of like, I took some notes of like what's going on in October, ways that can help you run your business, good stuff. So Jessica, what in the world is happening?
I put on a virtual background and I
like she's in San Francisco. Okay, so first things first, this is like the big thing. I always get like flustered when I start talking, is Shift Shop. Okay, so I don't know if any of you have ever completed Shift Shop before. Shift Shop was the second program I actually completed when I first became a coach. And I'm going to be honest, right now I'm doing 80-day obsession, and now that we all know what I've been going through, I cannot do it. Like, I'm not sticking to it. My nutrition I'm not doing time nutrition. I think it's just because of what I've been going through and just knowing how long these workouts are and knowing if I'm not sticking to my nutrition plan, I'm not going to see results. So it's honestly just been defeating. Like, I've literally started 80-day obsession over 2 different times since we started. So I'm like, I can't do it. So I'm going to continue and support my girls in 80-day obsession because I do have girls doing it. But I am going to just switch gears, and I'm going to explain this tomorrow to my followers and anyone else that I just need something different. So Shift Shop is that's like perfect timing for me, just because I was really starting 80-day obsession. It's just like not, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that's the beauty of being coaches and having these programs, not even as a customer, like you don't have to stick to one thing if you don't want to. So tomorrow I am going to talk on my Insta story about how this isn't working for me anymore. It's an amazing program and I did it one time and I'm obsessed with my results. I really am. But right now it's just not for me. Like, I'm just not sticking to it and I'm just getting more mad at myself. I'm starting phase 2 and I still look the same, if not probably heavy starting. I'm like, we're done. So I'm going to push Shift Shop. And I know I can never say it. So the good part about Shift Shop is, like I said, a little background is I've done it, but I had just started coaching. So I went back and looked at my Instagram and I never made a single post about it. Like, I kind of talked about it, but I was brand new and I didn't really ever post. So this is like I'm starting from scratch, because it's not like 80-day obsession where I already had all my 80-day posts and here I am posting more. This is all brand new. So if I have girls that have followed me since I've started this fitness journey, or if they're brand new, it's not going to be repetitive, if that makes sense. And if it is repetitive, because some of you have been around longer than me, that's okay too. Like, just switch your content up, switch what you're talking about, and it'll be okay. But so the cool thing with this is it's, and this might be redundant to you guys, but if you haven't heard, take notes. They're $20 off. The challenge packs are $20 off all month until November 7th. So this is huge if you have not hit Success Club yet. Like, I would be jumping off this call and making ideas or a post tonight or tomorrow about how you're going to get people on board, because $20 off is big, right? The holidays are coming up, and that's something you can really like talk about. Like, hey, this thing is usually, I think they're like $160. So you're getting $20 off, blah, 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 blah. And I'm going to post a thing in our team page with all the different graphics and what the bundles come up with. So I'll do that hopefully tomorrow morning for you guys. Okay, so then the test group is October 22nd. And like all of us sitting on this call, we can be in the test group if we purchase an accessory bundle. We're already coaches, so we don't need challenge packs and we don't need a completion pack. So if you want to be with Chris Downing, who I actually really like him. I think he's super motivating, just as much as Shanti. I still like Shanti a little bit more, but he's freaking awesome. You guys are like, okay, you love Joel. I loved Joel, but I really like Chris Downing's motivation. So it's different. So if you guys purchase the accessory bundles, I'm going to be honest, just because I am your coach. And I know sometimes I get a little like overwhelmed when MK or people are like, you have to purchase this. You have, like, I get it. But I'm not going to force you to spend however much money right now if you don't want to. Do I think it'll help your business if you're not hitting Success Club and you're struggling? Yes. So if you're struggling with something, you guys, I want to say the accessory bundles are like $20. Like, buy the accessory bundle, you're getting the little discs it comes with, and then you're in the test group, and then you can 27. Okay.
As a coach, I bought one today.
Good. And so even if you don't think you need them, I promise you it'll help. Like, I did not need that huge 80-day obsession bundle, and I just sucked it up and I did it, and I didn't regret it. So I think I still might buy the little one that Alyssa just bought, just so I can have the sliders and go off that. But that's something that I'll never push on you guys. I will never tell you that you absolutely have to buy something, because I'm not your bank account, right? Like, that's not my doing. So you might hear differently from like other people on our uplines, but right now sitting on this call, but I will say if it'll help your business, put it that way. So totally up to you guys. Talk about the test group.
Book of recipes too.
What?
It comes with the book of recipes. Mine just came in the mail the other day.
The accessory bundle for 27.
Yeah, it comes with recipes, the square thingies.
The discs, yeah.
They are.
Yeah.
And I made one of the recipes tonight. It's actually pretty good. So
yeah, he has really, like, his nachos are really good too. So I would be.
If you're in the middle of 80-day obsession like I am, would you recommend us phasing out and then doing Shift Shop? Or do I lose credibility as a coach if I can't complete a program?
Have you completed 80-day obsession? I know it's really tough. I've been like struggling with this with like a ton of other girls like that are doing 80-day obsession as well, like Sindel and Caitlin on MK's team. See, I don't know. Like, I just know in my heart why I need to switch over, just because it's not working for me. If it's working for you and you have girls doing it, that's something that you're going to have to make that call. Like, you're going to have to, like, I can't tell you what to do with that. What I was thinking, I like literally looked at Mike last night and I'm like, what do I do? Help me. He's like, figure it out. And I'm like, no, I need help. I was thinking, no matter what, I was going to talk about it. So no matter what, talk about Shift Shop, even if you're doing 80-day obsession. But what you can do is tell your followers that, hey, I'm sticking with 80-day obsession. Like, this is what I committed to, but I'm going to show you a couple moves. And that might, that might be a little time consuming for you, but you show like 2 moves a day from Shift Shop, you're still getting people interested and you're still doing 80-day obsession. So that's what I was going to do. If I continued with 80-day obsession, I was going to push the test group, just like Ashley Smith's doing. She's not doing Shift Shop and she's pushing it right now. Like, you can still, just because you're not in it, you can still talk about it and still say, like, I played soccer in college. So right now I'm going to start going back through all of my athletic friends because Shift Shop really is geared towards athletes. Like, it's huge. So I don't know if that helps you or not, but that's something I personally was going to do. Is I was going to stick with 80 days and then tell my followers I'm going to pick out 2 moves a day and then show them and then continuously talk about it. It's up to you. If you don't want to quit, I don't blame you, because
it's not that I don't want to quit, but it's like, if I can't complete a program, then how am I going to hold them responsible to complete a program?
And that's what I was going to say. You're going to have people that are watching you too that might be like, okay, she just like pushed 80-day obsession forever. Now she's just backing out. So you have to know you and your heart of hearts. And my heart of hearts is like, I can't do it. Like, I just need something different in this funk that I'm in right now this month, because it's not working for me. And I want to feel better about myself. And I'm sure people will understand that. And like, I don't know. So talk about it. Definitely still talk about it. Don't just not talk about it.
When does T20 come out?
November. I thought November 20th.
So that would like run right up to that.
Yeah.
That was my other thing. It was like, am I going to start Shift Shop and then it's going to be like week 3 and the T20 comes out?
Yeah. No, I don't quote me. I want to say it's November 20th, but I'm not. I need to look. I took notes when I was at Summit. I'll go back and look.
I think I'm going to personally finish out my second run of Lift 4. but my hubby's getting a little like blah on the second round, so I think I'm going to have him do shift shop when it starts, and so I'll just try to post some of that stuff.
Yeah, do it. And then, talk about it. But, okay. So October 22nd test group, they have until November 14th to get into the test group. So that is when the test group officially closes. So November 14th is the very last day they can sign up to be in the test group. Of course, like I just said, you have to be a discount coach. So this is a perfect way to get discount coaches. The only way with any program with BOD to get into a test group is they have to be a discount coach. And when you start having people that get a little like, whoa, I always tell them, you will get the greatest results when you are using our product. If you are drinking Shakeology every day, if you are drinking Energize and Recover, therefore, the program's longer than 4 weeks. So you're going to have to order more. Why not get the discount? And then once it's done, you don't have to I always give people the out. Don't make them feel like you're cornering them. But I always say that, like, hey, dude, like, you want to do shift shop? You want to complete 80-day obsession for 80 days, you need to be following the nutrition, and that is 80% of what your results are is nutrition. So drink Shakeology, drink the Energize and Recover. The second that you're done, you can skip or cancel. You're not locked in. And people will, because you're being honest, will all the time be like, okay. So don't be scared to tell them, hey, in order to be in this test group, you got to be a discount coach, but you're not coaching, and you can give them that whole thing. But hype it up, talk about it. We've all been in test groups. If you haven't, ask me on the side and I can go over a test group with you, but they're freaking awesome. Like, you're literally working with the trainer himself. So you have that accountability, you have that one-on-one, they're in your group with you. So talk about that, October 22nd.
What did you like more, shift shop or Live 4?
What's up?
What did you like? What's different about shift shop and Live 4?
Lift 4 is HIIT and lifting, and to me, shift shop was more of that, like, did you play sports in college or like anything?
I ran cross country.
So it's a lot of like high-paced movement, like you're doing a lot of like the
Drills and agility.
drills, you're doing a lot of like squat jump, you're doing, and that's another thing too, is he added 4 new workouts. And then at the end of the week, you're going to go to the proving grounds. That's why it's called the proving grounds. And you're going to like go through the whole week, and you're going to test yourself and see how fast you're getting and your endurance and all that stuff. So it's pretty much like an endurance building program. And then obviously, you didn't do shift shop, huh? You came when I was doing Insanity Max. So
yeah, because you tried to get me to do it and I died for 30 days.
Yeah, I freaking love Insanity Max. You do 25 minutes the first, 35 minutes the second phase, and then 45 minutes the last one. And then he has 4 new workouts. If you just go to your coach office too, you guys, instead of listening to me repeat myself, there's a shift shop thing, and you can just have all that. But I'm also going to send you the graphic. But I just like shift shop because it was like quick, and you were done, and you're just drenched. Like, you literally are drenched. Whereas Lift 4, I mean, you're lifting and HIIT, but I mean, I don't know. I like them both, but that's the thing. I don't even remember my results really with shift shop. Like, I remember you have to give up carbs for a week, and I like struggled. That's at the end. Okay. Any questions on shift shop? No? Shift shop. Okay. Learn to say it like me. Lift 4 is available on BOD. It is available on the 14-day trial. So if you have anyone before that didn't try it, that's another way to get them on board, because here it is and it's ready to go. A little more obsessed. Wave at me if you've done it.
It looks insane.
Some of you haven't. Oh my God, you guys. So I love doing that more than the 80-day obsession week I was on. So a little more obsessed, if you haven't done it, is like the phase 4 of 80-day obsession. You do not have to. I had a couple girls message me, bummed that they didn't complete 80-day obsession. You don't have to. It's not like if you don't do 80-day obsession, you can't do a little more obsessed, but she did make it to follow 80-day obsession. So she does call it phase 4. It's 6 workouts, 6 days a week, 45 minutes long. They are intense. They are good. They're a little annoying because she's doing so many moves in one, but you're sore and you're sweating. And to me, I was like, I loved them. Like this week, I was like, I think I might just do them again this week. Talk about it. That's something huge. Everyone loves Autumn. Talk about a little more obsessed. Same thing. They have to have bod. That's a challenge pack right there. They have to have bod. For your current people that have bod, that comes out. Wait, no, it's available on bod January 2nd. So all of us have it right now. So you can be using that as like a little leverage. Like this same thing as Lift 4. You're getting a free sneak peek into the phase 4 of 80 Day Obsession. It doesn't come out till the new year is what I think I said on my story. Because it doesn't. It comes out January 2nd. But they must have bod. So it's not on the free trials. It's not on anything. It's just on bod.
They have to have a Home Direct subscription.
Does it matter like what? How many points of a Home Direct or just random?
Well, Home Direct's 90 and above.
But what if you had an Energizer on Home Direct? It's still in order.
Yeah, you're good. And you can do beach bars, anything on Home Direct.
So it doesn't matter the point value then. Okay.
Oh, no, I see what you're saying. Yeah, no. Nope. Okay, so we were talking about this, and now I'm just confused, but I still wanted to mention it. Clean week. If you haven't ran, we were talking about this in the Diamond thread because MK was talking about it, and I'm waiting for her to answer. But she was talking about running like a team-wide clean week going into November. But regardless, if you have not ran a free group in October, and if you have and you're still sitting at SC0, you guys, clean week is freaking awesome. You can go above and beyond if you really want to like bring your customers in. Again, I'm not going to tell you what to do with your money, but I did this one time. Holly's going to do it. No, Holly was. She's not doing it anymore. Since I have so many packets of Shakeology, I was offering those with Clean Week, and I was selling them for 5 for $25. So they sign up for Clean Week. It's 7 days long, and they get $25 worth of Shako, and they can really try it. You don't have to, you can sign them up for the free membership. They don't even have to do the 14-day trial. Sign them up for the free membership, and they're already underneath you, and then run a Clean Week group. All of you on this call, you can team up in groups of 2 or 3. The reason I say that is because I feel like if you start teaming up with like 5, 6, so many people are posting, and people are like, whoa, like, I didn't even see you in my free group. Like, you posted one day and you're gone. So keep your group small. But I really, if you haven't ran a Clean Week, I recommend, I'm still going back and forth with the idea. I don't know if I'm going to do it the last week in October or if I want to do it the first week in November to kind of clean up after Halloween. But if you have not hit Success Club, I would definitely team up and do a Clean Week. If you have hit Success Club or you're close, you can wait. And I would do it the first week in November to kind of get people ready to kind of like clear their system from Halloween and the sugar and everything and have like a fresh start going into November. But it's awesome. If you haven't even done Clean Week yourself, that's another program you can try out. It's a really good, just like kickstart. It kickstarts your nutrition, and the workouts are a little easier, but you can make them harder. But it's for people that are really just like struggling with getting back on track after like a vacation or stuff like that, because she gives you step-by-step meals to follow, and then the workouts are not that long either. I would do it. So team up. We can talk about it too. I can help you guys. I don't know if I'm going to do it the end of October, or if I just have so much announcements I feel going on right now with like my post today, and then Shift Shop, and then my free group, or my Frightfully Fit, that I feel like my people following me are going to get lost. So I might wait till November 1st. But it's up to you guys. And let's see what else. Any questions on that? Our programs, free groups. You're okay? If you don't want to do Clean Week, I recommend running any type of free group. It's just such a good way to hit Success Club, you guys. Some people like don't do them, and then they don't hit Success Club, and they are wondering why. This is the way for people to get involved and not spend money, and they see your accountability. So there's also a really good like crock pot one. That's in the Google Drive. I've done that. One's really fun because it's fall. You could do anything. You can come up with anything. There's a ton of ideas.
Melissa and I just did one. It was like healthy eating.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you guys said it was good, didn't you?
Yeah, they're always really quiet. So it was like Alyssa and I talking to each other.
Dude, I know. I get it. 'Cause
And I
they-
got nobody out of it.
But push it, you guys. So I just challenge you all when you get off this call to really just push shift shop this week. And whether you're doing it or not, and tell your challengers, Tiffany and whoever else doesn't want to, like, not that you don't want to do it, but tell them, like, I want to be faithful and whatever to my current challengers, but I don't want you guys to miss out on this opportunity. So where are my athletes at? Basketball, soccer, whoever, those are the type of workout it is. It's very like back and forth. You're going, does that make sense? So talk about athletes. Look at Shift Shop. Go and click through some of the workouts and see kind of what they look like, and then talk about that. But I challenge all of you to make a post, to do a call to action, to make a poll, talk about it on your Insta story, because it kicks off the 22nd is when the test group starts. And that's going to be a big, big way. Launches are always a huge way to build your team, because you are getting people to sign up as discount coaches because they really want to be in that test group. If you have girls that are your current challengers that are like, well, what's the difference? I want to be in the test group. Same thing. Cool. Purchase an accessory bundle. You already have a challenge pack. Whatever Lissa said, $26. Be it switch to the discount, purchase an accessory bundle, and you're in. So this applies to new customers and current customers. And like I said, I'll put the graphic in our team page and just send them to people. Don't word vomit. Just send. Because I feel like with launches, we get so excited that we're just word vomiting and they're like, what? And then they just hear the price and it's not worth it. So send them a graphic and then it's over with. Okay. So I have told you guys in my message thread, this is just like my little kumbaya for the last part, is I was sitting at SZ0. When was I at SC0?
Like 3 days ago, 4 days
3 days ago. I am at SC10 tomorrow, because I have 2 girls that have not signed up, but they have my share codes. So I was struggling. Like I said, you guys in our message thread, I don't know how I can lead a team when I've been at SC0. I've never been at SC0 this far in the month. The only way I got to SC was I followed up. All of the people signing up right now are all of my follow-ups. They are not new. I don't have a single new person that came to me this month and was like, hey, I want to join your Frightfully Fit. They're all people from months and months. The one girl, I used to work with her, that I last night was like, oh my God, just do it. Just freaking ask her. And I sent her, and I forget what she sent me back. And she literally wrote back, I thought I was dreaming. She was like, yep, let's do it. And this is a girl that since I started, I used to work with her. We like bartended together. I was like asking, and her sister signed up, and her other sister has done like free groups with me. Katie is her name, she never signed up. And so this morning I woke up and her message to me was, let's do it. You wrote that thing in your Insta story about being a priority. And that's something I have not done. I have not made myself a priority, and you're right, I need to. And I literally did her share cart like 20 minutes ago. A year and a half, not even, I've been coaching a year and a half, over a year. So if you have people, whether you're warm market or not, you guys, follow up with them. I'm not kidding you. Send those messages that make you want to like hide in your sweatshirt because you don't want them to answer. And then even when they've read it, you're like, who cares? Send it. I have been sitting here.
Do you do the PB&J method when you do that? When you follow up and you're just like, send it. Do you do the whole Megan thing where it's like, hey, like you go and you like a bunch of compliments, and then you follow up with an invite, and then you like close it out, or you're just like, hey, let's do this?
Nope. All of my follow-ups have been, and remember, because you have to be genuine. So all of my follow-ups have been whatever I was talking about. So a lot of my follow-ups have been from last month because I didn't hear from them. So, hey girl, I know it didn't work last month, however, I just opened up this group. Are you still interested? Or I would love to have you maybe join us this month. And I keep telling people because it's true. It's perfect because it is right before the holiday madness or the craziness of holidays come. We'll get you in, blah, 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 blah. A ton of people haven't answered. Some people have said, oh my gosh, I know, let me get back to, or no thanks or something. But like I went through all of my messages, so many people that because I write down every month in my power hour, which we're going to get to in a second, I write down like right now in October, if you showed interest, if I sent you a link, something, I write your name down in my notebook and it says October, and then I have everyone that showed interest. So I do that. So every month I have these names and have these names and have these names. And so
Hi, Mike.
hi, Mike. I went, I don't know, who said hi, Mike?
I did.
Jessica. I went back to my list of like August and September and whatever. And I'm like, oh, like this person doesn't have like a star. They're still roaming around somewhere. So I just went back and emailed them. And sure enough, you're going to have a lot of emails that you were the last person to talk because they're not answering you. That's okay. It is. Hey girl, never heard back from you. I know it didn't work out in the past because it didn't work out in the past. So just send it anyway. Okay. Get out of your head. Send it. That is the only reason why I'm going to be like, and I'm not done. Like I like still am like, I'm going back through my Instagram, my emails. And I just been like scrolling through my inbox and looking and looking and looking at like, who did I never follow up with? Cause I got, and that's my fault, or who slipped between the cracks. So, anyone, you guys, you have to follow up with them. That's the only reason why in 3 days I have helped people. Like they're all people that I've talked to, which is why it's so important to be talking to people. So follow-ups are huge. Some notes I wanted to send are, I was listening to a National Makeup Call the other day, and she was talking about how if you dream big and you guys create ways, what did she say? Well, she talked about dreaming big, and then she talked about creating ways that just because me as your upline tells you or helps you or directs you how to do something, you guys, that doesn't mean that's how you have to do it. So just because Ashley Smith is doing something, obviously what she's doing is right, because I mean, she is ranked damn high, but just because she's telling us and it's like a funnel, or like what MK says to do, or what Holly tells me to do, like that doesn't work for everyone, right? So just because someone is telling you what to do does not mean you can't do it any other way. So I have a couple people that the Coach University they didn't finish it because to them, it was like they learned differently. That's okay. You have to find out what works for you and make it your own, because at the end of the day, this is your business. We're just telling you what works for us. So anything I tell you, like my following up, that's what works for me. It'll work for you too. That was a really bad example. But something I say I do, it'll work. Something I say I do, like obviously some of you know me, I can be passive aggressive, or like I'm not scared to like just talk to people if they didn't answer me. Like that might not work for you. That's okay. Just because I do it doesn't mean you have to. So that was something that really stuck out with me, because sometimes I get a little overwhelmed when like Ashley's saying something and Holly's saying something and then MK's saying something, and it's like, like I just want to tell my team what works for me and that's fine. And if whatever works for you may not work for me or someone else. So that's like on that call, I was like, that is so cool. If something's not working for you guys, change it. It's your business at the end of the day. I'm not your boss. I literally am a mentor and someone on the same journey as you. So change it. If it's not working for you, you have to change it. Find ways, make it your own, because at the end of the day, it's your business. You guys should be growing your own teams. That's something that we need to start doing. Grow your team. Be a leader and start growing your team. Get those discount coaches in. Talk about coaching. Holidays are huge. Hey, I see you're struggling. Did you want to make a little extra income by helping people during the holidays? Like things like that. But you guys have to start growing your own businesses and your own teams and finding what works for you. She talked about changing it until it works. And so really quick, because I don't want to, this is like always the most longest topic, power houring. If power houring doesn't work for you, power pocket. The way that you power pocket, just because it works for whoever, it might not work for you. So for me, I'm a super notebook and pencil kind of person. Hold on, I'm going to show you really quick. Hi. Okay, this is all I did last night. Literally, because I was following up too. So this is what my power pocket was. I took this notebook because I can't find my real one, and I'm stressing out. I literally wrote down the date, Instagram, because I'm going to go to Facebook, and I just wrote down all the people I added or I had a conversation with that I had not talked to before. So, for instance, whatever this one's name is. Her and I had already talked, but I wasn't following her and we hadn't really like engaged, if that makes any sense. She had like commented on some pictures. I literally just wrote down their names. And then all I wrote was a message column and a response column. If I messaged them last night, I put a check mark. That's it. That's literally all I do. If they answer me, I have their messages right in my phone. So I don't need to write anything on here. I'm going to keep the conversations going. I'm still not writing anything on here because I have my phone and I know who I'm talking to. And then when I invite them, I'm going to write right here in response what the response was. So didn't answer me, too busy, not enough money, sent a link, right? So then I just keep these notes. That's what works for me. I don't do anything different than that. And this is how I've been power houring since I started.
Do you only focus on these conversations throughout the week?
No, because all these people aren't going to answer me.
So you're doing this list and like whoever's in your inbox from Instagram.
Yeah, so I'll do this one. So like this morning I woke up and maybe about half of these people answered me. That's fine. So I'm going to keep those conversations going. And then tonight, I'm not going to add as many people, right? Because remember, quantity, you want quality conversations. I'm going to go through and maybe add probably, just because I have been struggling, probably like 8 more people, maybe 10, because I have like OCD. So I'm just going to do a couple more lines. Tomorrow morning, all of those people aren't going to answer me, but maybe some of these people will. And I'm just going to keep my conversations going. And every night, I'm not going to keep adding 10, 15, 20 more people. It could be 3 people on Thursday night because I have conversations going. But if you don't have any conversations going, keep adding. But that's all I do. And Jessica posted Google Docs of power pocketing trackers. Like, this is just what works for me. And it might not work for you. It could be a pencil. You could be an Excel. I don't know. I would love to we can do a power hour call. We've done those, but that's why I don't want to get into too much time with it. But my point of that is what works for me might not work for everyone else. But I just keep it simple. I have all my conversations in my inbox and then I move on, right? So tonight, obviously I have people, I can't read that, that I need to answer. I haven't answered back all day, Tiffany. That's another thing too. The people that I messaged last night that answered me this morning, I haven't even answered them yet.
Because I did, Kelsey, and this reminded me of you. I did Power Pockets today, and I really, instead of scrolling, I would not scroll unless I did something Beachbody. So if it was like I needed to write content, I wrote my content before I would scroll. And I got home, and I was like, I'm done. But I'm losing, this power hour or the connecting piece is, where I need to grow. It's not the connecting. I can message and connect all day long. It's the tracking. It's the keeping. It's the tracking that I'm losing, that I'm failing in. Does that make sense?
Yes. And if I have time after I get through the rest of this, we can, because we only have 5 more minutes. So hold on a second. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, so just because you're what works for me might not work for you is my point. It's your business, you guys. Make it work for you. Tweak it into your lifestyle. Make it work for you. She talked about mindset. Again, I know we already talked about this, but this was so, I just loved it because she wrote, be aware when you need to shake things up. So if you're doing call to actions and no one's biting on them, are you being specific? Are you addressing a who, what, when, why, where? Are you just randomly making a post and hoping people like it and then trying to reach out to them? Be mindful of what you're doing. If you're talking on Insta stories and you're making polls and no one's engaging, why? Be mindful of that. Is it because your followers followed you for a reason? Like Tiffany, I'm just looking at you, or Alyssa, or whoever you guys right my screen. But we'll say Tiffany because she's a runner and you're talking about ballet and booty bar. Are your followers really going to be I don't want to do booty bar. I followed Tiffany because she was a runner and she was so passionate about it. So be mindful. If you're doing things and it's not working, you have to know why it's not working and switch it up. And that's the best part about this business and this company is trial and error. So something's not working, try it. And if it doesn't work, move on. If the way you're inviting isn't working, trial and error. Half the time you're never going to see these people again. So get over it, move on, and try something else. Does that make sense? Trial and error, and you have to just know when to shake things up. I loved what she said. And then Be a problem solver, which you guys all are, but I really liked that. And then she talked about leaning in, and that's what we already talked about, but I just love it. She talked about leaning in. That the first time you guys, we come into a problem, or like half of us right now on this call have a million zillion things going on, but the second that you start pulling away from your business and your team and me as a leader, that's when it's all going to just go to crap. And you have to stop doing that, because think about it, like you're running out of gas and you're just stopping, and then you have to build up that momentum to keep going again. Instead, lean into everyone, figure it out. We have this community. Obviously, I did my post today and I'm just like, like, oh my God, I had to just get it out. Okay. It's out. I can talk about it. It's free, like off of my mind. I leaned into people. We can talk about this, right? So she talks about, just because you're coming up to a challenge, the worst thing you can do is stop. Lean in. And then the best part, which really hit home to me, was she said that when you're leaning in and you're overcoming these challenges of your life, that's where your stories come from. So when, because all of us will be at Summit next year, when we're sitting at Summit and you're listening to these top coaches, and they're not even top coaches, they're just freaking awesome people, walk across the stage and share their stories, those are the stories because they overcame challenges, right? Instead of being like, what happened with me? I could have stopped and been like, you guys, I cannot, like, I'm not even hitting SC right now. Like, I suck. I'm done. No, like now down the road, I'm going to look back and be like, okay, I went through this life thing. I kept leading my team. I kept talking to my challengers and reaching out to girls and trying to help them. Here I am now, right? So make your story. And some of us don't have a story right now, but you will, because life always happens to us. So lean in. And that was like the biggest takeaway, is I was like, and we're going to be at Summit together, obviously. So we'll do that together. And that's all I have, because it's going to kick us off. So we have 1 minute. Any questions? If you do, I can restart this over for like 10 more minutes. Should we restart this, or are we okay? Restart it? Okay, I'm going to restart this. If you want to hop on to the next one, we'll do literally 10 more minutes for any questions. And then if not, I love seeing your faces. And that's it. That's all I have. Hey, I'm going to send the new link in the team thread. Okay? Okay. Bye.